Hey, when it comes to your nutrition, we're getting a lot of marketing and information about protein, and most people are wondering how much they should eat. And it turns out a lot of recommendations are way higher than you need. The reality is we need the right amount of protein, and one of the things that we do is make sure folks get the right amount for them at the right times. Hey, I'm Jeff Nelson, and I help busy Seattle professionals get in the best shape of their lives with the best science, the best tools, and the best coaching. You can check us out at seattlefitpro.com. You'll see stories there of hundreds of people just like you that we've helped. People that work 50, 60 hours a week, maybe they got kids, they care about their health and their fitness, but it feels like it's taking more and more of a back seat because they got a full plate of life. They love playing sports or activities, hiking, wakeboarding, mountain biking, but maybe they got some injuries and they can't seem to get ahead of that cycle. Go to seattlefitpro.com and check us out. Share a little bit about what your goals are, and I'll reach out to you within 24 hours and set up a free consultation call where we'll come up with some powerful tools for you to take your fitness to the next level. But let's talk about protein. So what we do is advocate a protein first approach. In other words, we figure out the right amount of protein that someone should have for their goals. For most ladies, it's around 80 to 100 grams. For most guys, it's between 100 to 150 grams of protein a day. And then we distribute that through the day. Then when you go to build meals and snacks, the first thing you do is think, what is my protein source? And let's make sure that's the right amount. And then I pair that with a roughly equal amount of a healthy carbohydrate. We have full meal plans, recipe books, all the stuff that you need in order to do this. But one of the questions I get a lot is, what are some good protein snacks? How do I make sure that I'm feeding my muscle and starving my fat if I'm gonna go hiking or camping or I'm playing soccer or softball or something like that? How do I make sure I get that protein first approach when it comes to my snacks? So I'm gonna share with you today 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of my top protein snack choices. These are staples in my house. If you come over and look in the cupboard of the fridge, this is what you're gonna see because it works. And you're gonna see this is super simple. That's how we get our clients such great results. Go to seattlefitpro.com because we keep things simple so that it doesn't take a lot of bandwidth to get to your results. So number one, right out the gate, hey, if you're in the office, you forget your lunch, you need a snack, you gotta run to the grocery store, what are you gonna do? You're gonna run right over to the deli aisle or the deli counter and you're gonna get some fresh sliced daily turkey or chicken breast. This is a black pepper turkey breast. It's delicious. You get 4 to 6 ounces of that. And here's the other pro tip. Like I said earlier, we do a protein first and then we pair it with a roughly equal amount of carbohydrates. So when you do a snack like this, you're gonna grab your turkey or chicken breast from the deli counter, 4 to 6 ounces typically, depending on your goals and the numbers that we get for you. And then you're gonna have that with a piece of fruit. All of these foods that I'm gonna show you pair great with fruit. Grapes, apples, pears, peaches, anything out of the produce aisle is gonna be awesome. And when you eat them together, it's gonna give you sustained energy. It's gonna make sure you're feeding your muscle, starving your fat, and staying in burn mode. So, deli sliced turkey, one of my favorites right there. Hard-boiled egg, this is a classic. Some people really like this. They say they really like it. I think this is just all they really know to eat for protein. So if you wanna do it, great. Here's what I would recommend is that the yolk is a lot of fat. And for most people, it's a little more fat than they need if they're not careful. So what I would say is to get our ratios right, most people will have maybe 3 hard-boiled eggs and only 1 yolk out of the 3. And that way you'll get the right amount of protein and fat. So delicious, it's fine, great. But let's move on. We got even better stuff. Hey, reduced fat mozzarella string cheese. You want to feel like 10 years old again, you're going to grab 2 of these. You're going to get only 5 grams of fat with 12 grams of protein. And guess what? You're going to have this with a piece of fruit. This is delicious with grapes, by the way. Let's see, what else we got here? Oh, jerky. People always ask me if they can eat jerky. I think a lot of people feel like it must not be good for them because it tastes delicious and it's super fun. But the reality is this is an amazing snack. Dude, only 2/3 of this package, right, which is about what you're gonna wanna eat if you like jerky, is gonna be 20 grams of protein with only 1 gram of fat. This is an unbelievable snack. And again, pair this with some fruit. You're gonna get longer lasting energy, your digestion's gonna feel better, and you're gonna make sure you're feeding your muscle and starving your fat. Jerky is one of my favorites. What else do we have here? Oh, this is amazing. Check this out. The little prepackaged tuna snacks. So these come in lots of different flavors. This is the hickory smoked, right? And this is only 110 calories. And guys, this is 18 grams of protein in here, only 4 grams of fat. So again, we're able to just kind of isolate our protein. This is just a protein, and then we can combine it with healthy carbohydrates, which typically is gonna be a piece of fruit. And it's delicious and goes great with anything. But here's what's even crazier about this is $1. So for $1, you're getting 18 grams of protein in lots of different flavors, and it's super transportable. So this is great, again, for hiking, camping, traveling. Another pro tip, whenever I travel or I go see friends, family for a couple of days, the main thing that I pack when it comes to food is protein. And this is an easy way to do that because it's not going to go bad, right? It's going to be in there. But the reality is, protein is going to be pretty scarce wherever you go. There's going to be plenty of fat and there's going to be plenty of carbs. And the problem that I'm always thinking about is where am I going to make sure I get my protein for the day, because I want to make sure I keep my metabolism high. I want to stay in burn mode, feeding my muscles and starving my fat. So it's very simple to throw a couple of these in your carry-on. I wouldn't eat them in the plane, not if you care about your relationships with your seat neighbors. But when you land, this is a great thing to fuel your body with. Moving on, non-fat Greek yogurt. Oikos 000 is fantastic, but there's a lot of different brands out there. But Oikos, this is 15 grams of protein and only 5 ounces of this, and 0 grams of fat. It's delicious, and you can mix it with stuff. It's great with fruit. It's a fantastic snack. Again, it stays good if it's sealed up, so you can take it hiking or camping or whatever, easy. Another staple is homemade chicken. Look, it doesn't have to be boring. I think a lot of people get afraid of eating clean because chicken breast and broccoli sounds like a cliche, which it is. But guess what? There are better ways to do it. Comment below or message me and I will send you my video of how I make the most delicious grilled, seared chicken breast. And I mean, this has got a little barbecue rub on a garlic and herb base chicken that cooked in a sous vide device for about an hour. This is incredible. It tastes great, cold or hot, for up to 5 days. It's juicy and flavorful all the way through. So we really want to make sure that we figure out ways to eat clean that promote our goals, but that also taste great so that we look forward to each of these when it's time to eat our meals. And then finally, 2 other basic hacks. One is a bar, but you want to make sure it's the right bar. I like Advo bars, and here's why. Typically, when you go to the bar section in a grocery store, most of those protein bars are actually not going to have a ton of protein, or they're going to have a ton of carbs and fat in them that you just don't want. And the more protein that's in the bar and the less carbs and fat, typically it doesn't taste as good and it doesn't have as great a texture. And so people don't buy those ones. This is awesome because this is 20 full grams of protein, only 6 grams of fat, and the texture and the taste is delicious. So this, you get excited about eating this. 20 grams of protein. This is, again, great for your hikes, day at the beach, enjoying the park. And then finally, a good protein. Listen, at the end of the day, it's a classic. Just a good, healthy, high quality protein powder is going to be able to be so useful for so many different things. I like this one. This is by X Endurance. Comes in vanilla and chocolate. What's great is it's 20 grams of protein, but it also has additional things like additional branched chain amino acids, which help you recover from workouts, and things like vitamin B12 and lactate, good energy sources, so that this is really clean and it's a lot of really good nutrition that goes in your body. Now, here's the great thing. 2 main things that I like to do with this. One is if I'm going to go out for a little while, I will actually mix it in my shaker bottle with a bunch of ice, so that even if I don't drink it for another 2-3 hours, that there's enough ice in there that it will be mostly melted by the time I'm ready to drink it, and it's still cold and refreshing. It's totally acceptable to do. But also, it's a great base. You can make smoothies with it, so you can put some fruit in that. Once again, protein and then fruit, or even, which I'm going to do this afternoon, I'm going to blend it with my Oikos peach yogurt, and oh my gosh, it's going to be so delicious and refreshing with some ice in there in my magic bullet for a couple seconds. So there you have it, my top 9 healthy protein sources to start building snacks and meals out of. Comment below if you have any additions or any questions, but I need more ideas. What else do you use when you're building meals to have protein to make sure you feed your muscles and starve your fat? Once again, check us out, seattlefitpro.com. I can't wait to hear from you. Have a great day.